Today I'm so excited because I'm inviting you to come with me to an Orthodox Sephardic Jewish wedding where I will share with you all the rituals of a Jewish wedding ceremony and I will explain their deeper meaning as we go along. I will also share some of our wedding pictures throughout the video, as unfortunately our wedding videos were accidentally deleted by our photographer. A big thank you to the bride and groom to have allowed us to film their wedding, as well as Shimi Rubenstein. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sara Malka. Here on my channel, I share every facet of my Sephardic Orthodox Jewish life as a full-time working mom with small kiddos. So please leave this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Let me put on a pretty tichel and let's jump into it. When you enter the hall, you will see cards with names and table number that are different for men and women, as men and women do not celebrate Orthodox weddings together. Then the men and women are directed to different halls. The first part of the Jewish wedding is kabalat Panim. It is a pre-Chuppah reception. It is usually an open buffet style where a lot of food and drinks are served to sustain the guest until the main meal, which will be served in about 2 hours. The reception is a time to say MazalTov to the bride and groom and family members. In this wedding, the kallah preferred to be kept in a separate room, but in our wedding, I was seated on a throne and I was giving blessings to other women, as according to our custom, the day of our wedding we are reborn and are pure like angels, hence people asking for blessings from the kallah and the chatan. In another room, there is a signing of the ketubah by the witnesses of the chatan and the kallah with the rabbi. The ketubah is a contract to protect the woman's right in the marriage, and it will be given to her during the wedding ceremony. Just before the Chuppah in our wedding, to honor my Ashkenazi part of the family, my husband agreed to do the Bedeken, which means covering. My chatan came with his entourage and verified that I am the one he wants to marry. This custom comes from the Torah to avoid what happened to Yaakov when Lavan tricked him to marry Leah instead of Rachel by concealing her identity. Once my chatan confirmed my identity, he covered my head with a veil and the Bedeken ceremony was completed. The parents give a blessing to their children and the wedding ceremony continues under the Chuppah. The word Chuppah means covering or protection, and it signifies the beginning of the chatan and kallah creating their own home or bayit ne'eman. The Chuppah is open on all 4 sides. It signifies that their house will always be open to friends, family, and guests, like the tent of Avraham Avinu and Sarah Imenu. How the chatan is brought to the Chuppah is different from family to family. He can be accompanied by his father and father-in-law, or he can also be accompanied by both of his parents. At our wedding, my chatan was accompanied by both of our fathers, and they also held a candle to include our family members who passed away to make them a part of the ceremony. On a side note, if you're wondering why my husband is on crutches, it is because he triple fractured his ankles a few days before the wedding, hence the crutches. The kallah makes her grand entrance and everybody stands up for her. This is often the first time the chatan sees her kallah, as many Sephardic circles have the custom to separate the chatan and the kallah the day of the wedding until this part. It is a moment that is filled with emotions for everyone. At our wedding, I absolutely love to be covered with the opaque veil, as it really helped me to focus on the spiritual aspect of the wedding. As I had no distraction, it was a very intense time of communion with God. When I was walking to the Chuppah, I prayed to God for people in need of a recovery, for friends and family to get married, for childless couples to have children, and for us to have a good, happy, and peaceful life. Once at this Chuppah, this beautiful couple started right away the ceremony, but in our wedding, my mother-in-law and mother with me circled my groom 7 times, as some of our sages say that the number 7 symbolizes the completion and holiness within time and space, and that finally the husband and wife are complete. During the Chuppah, there will be 7 blessings of gladness, exultation, pleasure, love, brotherhood, peace, and friendship for the groom and the bride. It is a great honor to say one of the 7 blessings. After the first blessings, the chatan will offer a ring to the kallah as a symbol of his promise of marriage to her. The ring represents the cycle of life. The groom takes the ring and recites the proposal. He then places the ring on her index finger. Then there is the reading of the ketubah, or marriage contract, that the husband offers to his bride, where he describes how he will take care of her, provide for her, and fulfill her needs. After the reading of the ketubah, it is given to the kallah. After the blessings and the reading of the ketubah, the chatan will break a glass, symbolizing that our joy cannot be complete because our Beis HaMikdash, or holy temple, is not yet rebuilt. As soon as he breaks a glass, everybody screams, MazalTov! And the bride and groom are embraced and blessed by the people around them. It is a moment of tremendous simcha, where smiles and tears of joy are au rendezvous. After that beautiful moment, the chatan and kallah are accompanied by singing and dancing by the people around us. In some Sephardic circle, the bride and groom are taken to the Yichud room, where they will be spending the first few minutes as husband and wife together. But here, the chatan and kallah are brought back to the main hall, where they are greeted by friends and family. Usually, the mother of the bride will dance with the kallah first, then the mother-in-law, then all the family members together and friends. As guests, we are dancing around the chatan and the kallah respectively in a circle, showing them, albeit they're creating their own new family unit, we will always surround them, accompany them, support them, and be there for them. We are all part of the link in the chain of generations. As a guest to an Orthodox wedding, our role is to rejoice the chatan and the kallah by dancing with them and taking care of them, as our sages teach us. Whoever celebrates with a bride and a groom, it is as if they will rebuild one of the ruins of Jerusalem. You can expect people to perform silly routines on the dance floor, somersaulting, juggling, and even wearing costumes, all part of the effort to bring joy to the bride and groom. Albeit men and women celebrate the wedding separately, there is usually a moment in the wedding when we are propped on a chair and we dance together via napkins knotted together. Typically, after the first dances, the meal will be served and the chatan and kallah will be seated at a separate royal table. It is usually the time when the chatan and the kallah will receive their MazalTov, or congratulations, together at the table. After what seems like just a quick bite, we have the second dances, which usually are even more energetic than the first one. Closer to the end of the wedding, in more traditional Moroccan Sephardic weddings, there will be a henna or henna. It is the time where the bride and groom wear traditional Moroccan clothes and the guests are given balls of henna in their hands as a segula for good tidings. At the end of the evening, they serve the sweet table with tons and tons of desserts. The dancing comes slowly to an end, and Birkat Hamazon, or blessing over bread, is recited, followed by the Sheva Brachot. The same 7 blessings that were said during the wedding ceremony will be repeated now. The Sheva Brachot will be said every night at a special meal, as the joy of the wedding lasts for an entire week. After the Sheva Brachot are recited, the wedding ceremony and festivities of the day are completed. The bride and groom will go to their new home and will start their new life as husband and wife. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. Know that in my book, you are part of my inner circle. I would like to dedicate this video to Tonton Emile, Tonton Sami, Yvonne Simcha Batsolika, and my dear father-in-law, Avi Mori, Rabbi Mikael, who were taken from us too soon and were all the epitome of what unconditional love for the other should look like. If you are here until the end, write in the comments, I love Jewish weddings. So I know you were with me and I was not alone. If nobody told you today, know that you are loved and you are enough just the way you are. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to frum it up.